Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about the law of gravitation. So first let's talk about the concept of gravity. The gravity is the invisible force that attracts every object toward the center of the earth. But here is the interesting part is it's not just earth that attracts objects. Every object in the universe attracts every other object. Your chair, your phone, even you all are attracting each other with a force called gravitational force. It's just that the force is so small for smaller objects that we don't feel it. Now let's meet the person who discovered this law, that is Sir Isaac Newton. The story goes that one day Newton saw an apple fall from the tree. That simple observation made him wonder, if the apple is pulled down by the earth, could it be the same force also keeps the moon revolving around the earth? And that question led him to one of the most important discoveries in the science, that is, the universal law of gravitation. So, what does this law say? It says every object in the universe attracts every other object with a force that is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Sounds complex, right? Don't worry, let's break it down. The greater the masses of the two objects, the stronger the gravitational force between them, and the greater the distance, the weaker the force. In simple words, more mass equal to more attraction, and more distance equal to less attraction. Mathematically, Newton expressed F equal to g multiplied by m1 into m2 and whole term divided by r square. Here F is the gravitational force, m1 and m2 are the masses of two objects, and r is the distance between their centers, and g is the gravitational constant, that is a fixed number that makes the equation work. But don't stress about the formula, just understand the meaning. Every object in this universe pulls on every other object, no matter how far apart they are. Now let's see how this law works around us. The earth attracts the moon, that's why the moon revolves around the earth, and the sun attracts the earth, that's why earth moves around the sun, and the same force keeps all the planets in their orbits. Amazing, right? You might ask, if everything attracts everything, why don't we see small objects pulling each other? Good question, right? That's because the gravitational force depends on mass, so its pull is noticeable. But between two small objects, like a pencil and a book, the pull is extremely tiny. The gravitational pull of Earth gives everything its weight. If gravity didn't exist, you would be weightless, just like astronauts in space. That's why objects on the moon weight less, because the moon's gravity is weaker than Earth's. So, to sum it up, gravity is a universal force. It acts everywhere, on everything. The strength of this force depends on mass and distance. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, should our next video be on friction, force of motion, or Kepler's law? See you in the next video.